welcome back again. Welcome back to Tech. Today we are going to code a voting system. So before we dive in coding our voting system, let's consider one or two things about EVM. So first of all, we are going to look into the electoral system. An electoral system or voting system is a set of rules that determines how elections and referendums are conducted and how their results are determined. Electoral systems are used in politics to elect president, governor, while non-political elections may take place in business, non-profit organizations, and informal organizations. When elections occur, who is allowed to vote? Who can stand as a candidate? How the ballots are counted? How votes translate into the election outcome? Political electoral systems are defined by constitutions and electoral laws, are typically conducted by election commissions, and can use multiple types of election for different offices. So let's see the EVM, which means electronic voting machine. These are some types of electronic voting machine, as you can see here, you can use for election. So there's something you still need to know about an election. You can still program or write a malware or a malicious software to still vote too. That's why you can see using machines in election is not 100% sure that you get the right vote that people voted for that candidate. So let's see something about malware or a malicious software. Malware is any software intentionally designed to cause disruption to a computer, server, client, or computer network. Leak private information, gain unauthorized access to information or systems, deprive access to information, or which unknowingly interferes with the user's computer security and privacy. Malicious malware software attack a computer or network in the form of viruses, worms, trojans, spyware, hardware, or rootkits. So let's dive in and write our voting system. So before we do that, please, if you've not subscribed, you can go down and click the subscribe button. I appreciate you for subscribing without wasting much of our time. We are going to code our voting system in Python. So I'm using an IDE, which is an integrated development environment called PyCharm. All you need to do first is to go to Google and download your Python, then download PyCharm to then install it. So I'll go ahead and open my IDE. So we are about writing a program that you can use to do election that can accept votes and declare the winner of the election. So once more again, we are using Python and I'm using PyCharm. So I'm going to go ahead and just create a new project. So I'll come here and click create. Let me create it in a separate window. It's going to take some seconds. Let's wait. As you can see here, creating virtual environment is where we are going to use encoding our voting system. Wow, our main.py is ready, but we are still going to go ahead and come here and click here. Let's just right click on this part and what create a new Python file. Then what's the name of the Python file? Let me see. The name is voting. Let's use small little voting system. Let's use voting underscore system. So it's a Python file. We click Python file and enter. So I'm going to go ahead and close this main. So as you can see here, our IDE is ready to write our voting system code. So first of all, we are going to declare 3 candidates that we partake in this election. So the first candidate will be nominee 1, nominee underscore 1, and is equals to, now we're going to create an input that will say inside the input will be like registration section. Then we're going to say like enter presidential candidate 1. Let's add the name at the front. Then give a space, then a colon sign, then a space. So let me just go down. As you can see here is the full code. So we are still going to go ahead and copy this one without wasting much of our time. Copy it, then enter. Then we're going to paste it 1, then paste it again. So here will be nominee 2, then here will be nominee 3. So let's go ahead and change here. Here will be 2, and here will be 3. So let's go ahead and declare nominee 1 votes. So here we'll say num underscore 1 underscore votes is equals to 0. Then go ahead num2 underscore votes is equals to 0. Then num3 underscore votes is equals to 0. So let's go ahead and include our vote ID. This will be our votes underscore ID, which is equals to, these are the ID that we're going to enter in the process of voting. Let's pick our ID to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 to be our votes ID. Then let's go ahead and include number of voter, there should be a number of voter which is equals to len, then in bracket type votes underscore id, then enter again. So now we are going to declare a loop now. So we are going to type true, while true, while true, then a colon sign inside. Then inside this while loop here, we are going to write an if-else statement, like if votes, for example, like if votes underscore id is equals, like put a square bracket in front, then come here and submit and put a colon sign. Then let's go down once more again, and let's declare our x. Let's say x, let's say hex, and enter again. So let's go ahead and include our voter first. So under the hex here, we're going to type voter is equals to int in bracket, then let's include input. Then inside our input now, we are going to write something like, say, enter your voters, enter your voters, enter your voters ID number. So at the end here, we're going to enter, then we declare an if voter in votes underscore, let's use underscore ID, then colon, print, we're going to print that you are a registered voter, that you are a registered voter. So let's enter again, and let's add or to remove votes. Let's say you want to remove a vote. If the person has already voted before and is trying to vote again, we are going to remove him. So let's say votes underscore ID dot remove. Then what are you removing now? We are removing voter, so that this program will not allow somebody to vote more than one time. The person can only vote once. So let's go ahead and include vote is equals to int, then in bracket input, then let's include something inside our input. Now you can say, now vote your choice presidential candidate by entering either, can enter either 1, 2, 2, and 3. So after we've done this side, let's now include like voter 1. Let's include voter 1. Now we're going to say now if vote is equals to 1, that is 1 vote, num underscore, like num underscore 1 underscore votes, it's then plus equals to 1. Then we are going to print something at the bottom that we're going to say print like thank you for casting your vote. So we are still going to do same for nominee 2. So in that case, let's just go ahead and copy this one and paste it down here. So now we're going to say X if vote equals to then nominee 2 votes plus equals to 1, print thank you for casting your vote. We are still going to do that for nominee 3. If vote is equals 3, then nominee 3 votes. Then we're going to print thank you for casting your vote. So we're going to come down here and create an else statement here. So now else, because there's an if here, if statement here, so here there will be an X statement too. Now we're going to say here else, then under it we're going to print something under. Then we're going to print something like you are not a registered voter, or let me just use bigger, or you voted already. So after that, now we've done this side, let's go ahead and include our if statement. So we are going to go back now because we are done with the else statement. So it's remaining the if statement now. So I'll go down and enter so that we can write our if statement for votes hiding. So let's go ahead and print something under this. So we are going to say like the end of everything, like voting section. Let's say voting section is over. So under here now we're going to come down and declare an if statement that if nominee 1, if nominee underscore 1 underscore votes is now greater than num underscore 2 underscore votes, then colon sign, then we are going to like print something like print, and inside it like print like as 1. We're going to come here and declare nominee 1, nominee 1. There is nominee 1 as 1, then we use comma as 1, then come here, include comma here, then we are going to put a double quotation with. Now we are going to consider the percent. Now to include the percent, now we are going to come up here and include the percent at this side here. Say percent is equals to, in bracket we are going to type num1 num underscore 1 votes, then divided by number of voter. Then we are going to come out and times 100, because we are dealing with percentage now. So we are going to come inside here and declare the word percent here, comma, then with a double quotation, we include percent sign, then we're going to add votes at the front here. So at the end of this print statement here, we are going to add break here. So I'm going to go down again, enter, and create an else if. Then now, nominee 1, then let's create it for nominee 2 now. Let's just go ahead and copy everything you can see here. So I'm going to drop it here. Let me just drop it here. I'll change it now to X if now. So L if now. So now if nominee 2 now, nominee 2 underscore vote is greater than nominee 3 now, nominee 2 underscore vote is greater. Let's use nominee 1 first than nominee 1, because this side nominee 1 is greater than nominee 2. Then this place nominee 2 is greater than nominee 1. So now we're going to state that nominee 2 votes divided by number of voter times 100. Then print nominee 2 as 1 with so and so percent. So let's create again for nominee nominee 3. So we're going to include for nominee 3. So here will be nominee 3, nominee 3. So nominee 3 votes will be greater than nominee 1. Let's see if nominee 2 vote is greater than nominee 3 vote is greater than 1. So here now is greater than nominee 2, then nominee 3 votes underscore num underscore of voter times 100. Then we print that nominee 3 as 1. Then we add break at the bottom. So let's go ahead and check our program and run our program and see what will happen to our program. I'm going to save this code, then we are going to run our program and see. So we are not running main, so we are going to run the program now. Sorry, let me run this program. Come here, click here. Let's see if I can run this program. Run voting system. So as you can see now, our program is ready. Let's check and see if our program will actually accept our presidential candidate, then accept voter input, that is to register voter and display the result. So now here is a registration section. Enter presidential candidate 1 name. Let me say I want to pick, like in Nigeria here we have some presidential candidates that are preparing for election, and the number 1 candidate I'm going to, let me use Tinubu. Then registration section, say enter presidential candidate 2. Let me use Obi. Then enter presidential candidate 3. Let me use Atiku. So now enter your voter's ID. So now in this code here, we use some voters ID here. These are the votes ID here we are going to use. So we are going to use from 1 to 10 and see. So now our voter ID here is 1. So I'm going to click enter. Then the system says now you are a registered voter. That is a confirmation of someone that he has registered for the election. So he said, now vote your choice presidential candidate by entering either 1, 2, and 3. So number 1 here, as you can see, is Tinubu. Number 2 here is Obi. And number 3 here is Atiku. So let me say, for example, now I pick number 1. The first person to vote, say, is choice candidate is number 1, which is Tinubu. I'll click enter. Say, thank you for casting your vote. You are not a registered voter or you've not voted already. So let's go ahead. This one has said that thank you for casting your vote. So let's enter. It says now the system is trying to prompt us that we should enter our voter's ID again. So now if we enter our next voter ID again, let's see what will happen. Before we do that, let's just go ahead and check the side of our code, like casting. Thank you for casting your vote. Let's just go ahead. I will see inside the code. Here's so let's go down and check our X statement here. So let's just come here first. I don't want this one to appear here. So let's go here and let me just come here and add here as a word, a comment. Let's just add here as a comment and see. So let's go ahead and rerun this voting system back again. So enter presidential candidate 1. I'm going to enter pick somebody like Tinubu. Then I'm going to pick Obi. I'm going to pick Atiku. Then enter your voter's ID number. So here now, my voter's ID number here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then to 10. I'm going to pick like 1 or enter. Say you are a registered voter. Now vote your choice presidential candidate by entry either 1, 2, or 3. So I'm going to pick my choice candidates to be like my choice candidate to be 1, enter. Say thank you for casting your vote. So now enter your voter's ID. Now the second person wants to vote now, enters his voter's ID. You are a registered voter because it has already been programmed in the system. Say now vote your choice presidential candidate by entry either 1, 2, or 3. Now I pick, so say thank you for casting your vote. So I will vote again for the third person. The third person, let me say the third person is voting for number 1, which is Tinubu. So I will click for the fourth person. The fourth person is voting for like number 3. Then I will enter another, the fifth. Let me say the fifth is voting for number 1 candidate. Then let's go ahead and enter for the sixth person. Let's say the sixth person is voting for the number 2 candidate. Let's go to the seventh person. The seventh person wants to vote for number 1 candidate. Then let's go to the eighth person. The eighth person wants to vote for number 2 candidate. Let's go ahead and enter for the ninth person that wants to vote and is voting for the number 1 person. Then the 10th person, which is the ID is 10 and is voting for number 3 person. I will click enter. As you can see here, You can see here, say you are a registered voter. Now, vote your choice presidential candidate by entering either 1, 2, and 3. So the last person to vote, which is the number 10th person, has voted. Say, thank you for casting your vote. Voting section is over. Tinubu has won with 50.0% votes. Wow. This is how you can program a voting system in Python. Wow, we've come to the end of our today's lesson on how to program a voting system in Python. I believe you enjoy this video. If you do, please don't forget to subscribe, comment, and to share my video. Thank you once more for watching again. I appreciate. We'll meet in the next video.